Hello everybody and welcome to Purple Table Tarot. My name is Robin and I will be reading for Virgo today. So Virgo, we have a special reading in store for you guys. It's a reading for Leo season that I created based on the Strength card. We are going to be looking into your higher consciousness, your current situation, and what you are messages you're receiving from your id, messages you're receiving from your higher consciousness, and how you're integrating that information to just how you're integrating that. We'll also look at the heart of the matter, the heart of the lion, and then we'll also look at the 4 feet of the lion. What is at the base here? How are you grounded currently in this situation? And how is that informing your forward movement? Okay, Virgo. So do remember that these are general readings, so take what resonates, leave what does not, and check your other zodiacal placements, okay? And I thank you in advance for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing to help this channel grow, okay? This is a free reading for you, and all of the YouTube-y things are a way in which you give back to me and to this channel. So I greatly appreciate your participation in that, Virgo. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to call on Spirit for your greatest and highest good at this time for a message for you. Okay, for Virgo. Oops. This is for Virgo. This is for Virgo. This is for Virgo. This is for Virgo. Okay, at the bottom of the deck energy, we have the 8 of Pentacles. So this very well could be about your work, okay? That's the overall energy here. The work or hobby someplace, something where that's directly tied to your tangible, everyday possessions and things, and your level of mastery and just the thing that you are focused on and good at, all right? Okay, so with the higher consciousness here, we have the Death card. So something is changing or has changed. Transformation, irrevocable change, final, done deal, okay? Your current situation, underneath that, the Fool. Something has ended and something has ended and something is beginning. I mean, it can't get any more straightforward than that. All right. So what are we looking at here for the energy that you're receiving from your base desires? We're getting the Emperor. So this is the me, myself, and I card, right? It's like, what are my standards? What are my boundaries? What is right for me? You very well could be a boss, all right, in your life. And you know, at your very core, at your like id level, you're getting in touch with your power for sure. You could even be reminded of ways in which you attempt control of situations. But essentially, at the very core of it, at your very base, you're really getting in touch with like what is right for you. And you may be trying to set structure for other people involved as well, but there's something here, and like I said, it's tied to work, so I'm getting like a full-on boss energy from this. Okay, so the energy that's directly tied to the death, the higher consciousness, is the Nine of Cups. Okay, so this is connected to this ending. All right, so in a way there is a wish fulfillment here, but in another way the Nine of Cups comes after the Eight. So whenever we are in this energy, we are trying to figure out, and like we are coming back to ourselves in a sense. All right, to where we're figuring out what worked in the past for us. Like, let's say you've been out of touch with yourself on some level, on like a spiritual level, given that the death is here, right? And this is your higher consciousness. You could be thinking, well, what made me happy in the past? What are some of the things I was into a long time ago? Let me give those a whirl again. Do they hit the same? Do I come back to woodworking and I just find that it's like, oh my gosh, like I haven't done this in so long. I love this. And like you could even find like a reignited passion, right? Something that makes you happy. You could also be revisiting some things and be like, meh, I really enjoyed that, 10, 15 years ago, but I've outgrown that. So that's something here. And the other aspect of this is that, since this comes after the Eight, and when we're in this process of seeing like what makes us happy, what have we outgrown, we're also trying so hard to keep a happy face, like to keep a good, to keep a good face on. And this is really gregarious energy. This is very playful energy. With all the cups here on the table, it's like you may want to throw a dinner party of some kind. There could be some celebration where you're really sharing with a lot of other people. And at the same time, it's like this person is trying to, smile through the pain of something that has ended, right? But it's a process. It's a process. I mean, you could be feeling a couple of things about this ending. There could have been a wish fulfillment tied to it. But also, I get the sense that this is tied to your work. So, that it very well could be like, I just lost my job. Or I'm getting to the spot where I know I need to quit, right? Because with these energies, your me, myself, and I energy, and figuring out like what works for you, what doesn't, what are your boundaries, what are your standards, you're also having this trying out of energies like I described, okay? How these are integrating is the Seven of Swords, which is very interesting energy when you're thinking about these things. Because the Emperor is an invitation to be very clear on what it is that is like, boom, me, myself, and I, okay? What are my standards? What are my boundaries? And then with the Nine of Cups there, it's kind of like, I mentioned wanting to share with other people and all that stuff, which is an energy that's a part of this card. But don't confuse what other people want for you as what you want for you. This is an invitation right here, right now, in the core of this reading to don't bullshit yourself or anybody else about what it is that you want for you. This is very important. Very important. Okay? You don't need to fake anything. You don't need to, adopt somebody else's idea about what it is that you should do or should want or blah, blah, blah. This is a card of denial. This is also a card of lying through omission. You know, if it comes to a job situation here, perhaps you're presented with some new proposal of like your role and what you're supposed to do there, or like what project you need to work on next, and or whatever the case may be, and you're just like, yeah, no, I don't want that. I don't want to do that. Right? Don't just do it because other people want you to do it. I know, like, a lot could be at stake. You know, if you're a boss here with the Emperor energy, like, you could make a lot of money, but is it worth it to make a lot of money but be completely miserable on the inside of the thing that you go and do every day? Two things are the highest at determining satisfaction with your life and actual longevity, and that is satisfaction in a job or a workplace, or how you spend your time, what you put your energy into, and who you're with, your partner, right? So don't fool yourself being like, oh, well, it's okay. No. Get in touch with that Emperor energy. Okay, Virgo? Now and I get the sense that like you will, because given that the Death is here in your higher consciousness, and then there's the Fool right under that, it's like something is ending and something is beginning. And at the heart of the matter here, in the heart of the Lion, we have the Page of Pentacles. Starting over, beginner energy, planting a new seed, learning a new skill, whatever it is. There's a starting over here when it comes to your tangibles. Okay? What do you have at the base of this reading here for you? We have the Ace of Swords, the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Lovers. Okay? So with the Ace of Swords, I see that a truth is being revealed. Something is being revealed here. Okay? And I imagine that the thing that's being revealed is actually informing what is ending. And it's also going to inform what is beginning. I mean, it really does inform, like, the whole reading. Like, the Ace of Swords is a revelation. It's a truth. It's like an undisputed truth. It's like a fact, you know? And then you have two knights here, moving slowly towards something. And also, that's interesting. The Knight of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. So knights move. Knights are the travelers, right? And the Knight of Wands moves forward with gusto and passion and fire and, you know, like frivolity, experimentation, like passionate, right? They go for what they want. They absolutely go for what they want. And then the Knight of Pentacles is like very, very passive, like is moving very slowly, to almost not even moving, you know. So there could be a conflict within you at the core of this, at the base of this, in your feet, in the feet of the Lion. And our feet carry us forward. It's like one of your paws wants to run and the other one wants to stand still. With this energy here, with those two knights. So the front paws, we have the Ace of Swords and the Knight of Wands. So it's like the truth hits, the revelation is made, and you're like, boom, I'm going to go. I'm going to do the thing. I'm going to, like, what is the new endeavor? And then these back paws, there's the Knight of Pentacles and the Lovers. And given that the Seven of Swords is here, and I went ahead and, like, what I was kind of bringing through, what I was picking up on in this reading is you need to listen to you. Don't deny yourself. And when we have this, I would wonder if there's like an influence of a partner that's getting you to slow your roll. I mean, you're definitely considering your partner, especially if you're married, because it's like, oh yeah, okay, your tangibles are tied to theirs and all the things. But so your happiness is also tied to yourself and to the partnership as well. This is having to do with work. And you're needing to make a clear decision. Your higher consciousness is telling you that this needs to end, whatever it is, or something has ended. And being in alignment with your higher self, you're wanting to find what your new wish fulfillment is. This is interesting. Virgo. Trust yourself. Trust yourself. It's important you take into account what, your partner is telling you, but ultimately you're the one living in your own skin. You're your own person. And that's the thing that people forget. Even if you're married or in a long-term committed partnership, it doesn't mean that you now have to do everything that the other person wants you to do. You're you. And if they're your partner, they're going to also support you. Right? I see this as being tied to your happiness here. Very much so. Our work is absolutely tied to our happiness and our sense of self and our sense of health and well-being. So yeah, that's where you're at. So that's the advice. Don't deny yourself. There's some very strong energies here. Very strong energies. And that's what I have for you for the tarot portion. Cat, independent. You are a natural healer. Your intuition is strong. You don't have to go with the crowd. Life supports you in every way. I think that's really good advice, especially tying that to the Seven of Swords energy right there. Of trusting yourself. Don't deny yourself. Don't just do the sneaky thing or be honest. Be honest with yourself and with other people. Because they're with the Nine of Cups here as well. That's kind of like putting on a happy face. It's also the card tied to debauchery on some level and overindulging in drink. So be mindful of that as well. Okay. Rescuing myself. Today I will not wait for someone to come to my aid. I'm not helpless. Although help may come, I'm my own rescuer. My relationships will dramatically improve when I stop rescuing others and stop expecting others to rescue me. Good stuff. Okay. Let's see what's the surrender. The power of surrender. Something that just came to me was the truth that is revealed. This could be an outside truth coming to you Like, oh, here's this new circumstance, or this could be your own inner truth, the conclusion that you have come to. Okay? So it can be either or. And with the Emperor here tied to your id, it very well could be a truth that you are coming to. Surrender the idea you can fix someone. It's time for a relationship to shift. It doesn't work to try to fix someone. Each person must be accountable for his or her own healing. Okay. All right, Virgo. That is what I have for you. I really hope that this reading helped. And remember to do all the YouTubey things, and I thank you in advance for all that. And I appreciate your viewership, and I will see you next time. Okay, thanks. Bye.